Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something really interesting. Chris Webby's Razor's Edge. It's more than just a track, isn't it? It feels like a look inside,
Wow.
ambition, finding balance, finding purpose. And it's all built around this really strong metaphor. So our mission today is to kind of unpack that. What does it mean to be walking on a razor's edge? What are these blueprints in my head? And that whole feeling of being locked in out on that ledge with no time for wasting.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how he uses these incredibly vivid pictures, almost physical images, right, to get across that constant tension. A life driven by this really clear inner vision, it demands this intense equilibrium, which leads to the question, like you said, what are these blueprints exactly? What
Yeah.
needs that careful balance?
You nailed it. Blueprints in my head. It feels so specific, not just some vague dream, but like an actual plan. And what hits me right away is the urgency. That line, "I only got one shot to leave a mark, and I'm make mine." He's really clear. Says he gave my life to my career. So this whole chase, it got to mean something. It has to leave something as a gift. It's this heavy sense of purpose, almost a weight driving him.
Absolutely. And that speaks volumes to anyone who's felt that kind of singular pull towards something big, where the effort itself has to result in something lasting, something meaningful. There's this undercurrent, too, like every step could be the last chance, pushes against wasting even a second. It's not just wanting to achieve. It feels more like a deep need to leave an impact.
But that kind of focus, that intensity, it always seems to come with a cost, right?
Yeah.
And the lyrics don't shy away from that. The cost of wisdom is often heavy to pay.
Mm.
And chasing that wisdom, gaining insight, it isn't always easy. It can cause some friction, especially with strong opinions. It's not just learning things. It's about how that learning changes you, sometimes painfully.
Exactly. And that line, every hard decision and scar I'm getting no fade, never gone, just hidden, that feels really key. It's a just growth isn't about, erasing the tough stuff or forgetting the pain. It's more like integrating those hard decisions, those scars into who you are. So the wisdom isn't just something you pick up. It's like it's forged from those experiences. Those internal marks become permanent.
Yeah, forged is a good word. And it seems like this path, this intense journey for wisdom, can be pretty lonely.
Yeah.
He describes it as walking all alone on a razor blade and looking for somewhere out there to call my own.
Mm.
But even with that isolation, the goal seems to be about feeling whole, even if it comes at a heavy toll.
Hmm.
It really points to this deep personal quest for fulfillment that it demands a lot of sacrifice.
That search for wholeness, for belonging, even while feeling isolated, it's incredibly relatable, isn't it? It highlights that basic human need to find your place, even if your path feels, kind of unique or hard for others to grasp. And the heavy toll part, it implies that real wholeness, that deep self-alignment maybe, it often requires fully committing to your path, accepting that some things just cost a lot. Personally, effort, sacrifice, facing things alone.
What makes it even deeper, though, I think, are those moments of just raw vulnerability.
Hmm.
Amongst all the drive and ambition, he suddenly reflects, maybe I'm getting old.
Hmm.
Or it talks about feeling lost and feeling astray, like God's been missing.
Yeah.
It's not just pure defiance. There's this real surprising self-awareness that makes the whole thing feel very human.
That mix is fascinating, isn't it? The drive and the vulnerability side by side. And even when feeling lost, there's this kind of profound acceptance underneath. When it's over, then it's over. When it happens, I'll accept.
Mm.
But acceptance doesn't mean giving up, not at all. There's still that fight left. This old dog got some tricks left.
Yeah.
It's a really powerful blend of realism and resilience. So if we step back a bit, this razor's edge metaphor, it becomes this really potent symbol, doesn't it, for anyone trying to live a life with intense intention, balancing those big dreams, facing the loneliness of the path, accepting the costs. It definitely makes you stop and think, how do we actually define purpose and legacy for ourselves?
Right. So thinking about all this, what does it mean for you listening right now? This deep dive into Razor's Edge, it really shows that journey, the one to leave your mark.
Mm.
It's often lonely, it's demanding, and yeah, it's filled with scars, but maybe also moments of grace. But ultimately, it seems to be about this fierce will to just keep going, keep pushing, knowing that even when it is over, you truly, truly gave it everything you had. So here's a final thought, something provocative maybe for you to chew on. If your own life sometimes feels like you're walking on that razor's edge, what are the blueprints you're trying so hard to keep balanced? And ultimately, what's the unique mark you're striving to leave behind?